Here, we're here. We're live.
Hey, everybody.
I don't know how many people are in the chat yet. We got a few people in the chat. Somebody who showed up at 10:46 last night. Really?
They just probably wanted to be waiting. They didn't want to visit.
That's waiting, I tell you. We got some people in here.
Yeah, they saw the announcement and hit waiting. So,
So, do you want me to explain the rules of the road, Dr. Gail, and you can chime in if I say anything that's terribly wrong?
Sure.
I got a couple questions that came in through my website, and they're really about other people. And so I'm going to say what crystals I would use if someone approached me and said, what might be useful in this situation? I'm making no promises because the person who accepts a crystal has to have belief and understanding, and they have to be opening their energy fields to pull in the crystal. I tried to find a good toroidal pattern to show you how energy works, but it's like all of the energy starts spinning and it makes like a donut. And if you think about our energy field, we're in the middle of the donut, and then there's all this energy swirling around us. And that person has to agree to let that energy in, or it's just going to bounce right off them and go out to the world. So, Dr. Gail, if you want to know what you could do about this, and so friend of yours, Dr. Gail can't help you. I might be able to help you if it's something I've read about or know about. But with Dr. Gail, you explain what you want, the kind of questions you want from them.
Well, I'm going to be doing healings, and the only thing is I don't like to do the second party because so many times I've got to ask you questions in the chat. So I just make it a rule that the person has to be in the chat asking the question to get the healing or the answer.
So get your fingers livened up, because if you ask her a question and she wants a reply, I have to sit here and get the reply to her. And we all know how quick I am on the keyboard. So,
well, I can usually see the reply because I'm usually watching out because I'm thinking it, saying it, and watching for it.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to start with the two questions I got because I had time to set it up. I'm sorry I didn't post my thing to get queries earlier, but I did get two good questions. And the first one is, can you suggest a few crystals that might be beneficial to me? And quite honestly, Karen, there's really just there's sort of a crystal for every chakra, and Dr. Gail and I just went over this. And when we sorted it out, she has on her table, each one of these little cards is a crystal, and she has everything from amethyst to turquoise and everything in between. And for each chakra that I have, this is a really interesting deck of cards. These are all the chakras, and they suggest the best healing modem for you. And as I do, and I don't know if you want a crystal. If I remember your questions you've sent to me recently, Karen.
This is what she needs.
Right. Mm-hmm. What is it? Which one is it?
This is an Andera, a green Andera, and this is for her heart chakra.
Right. Right.
That's what she needs. It's her heart chakra.
Well, you're in the chat, so Dr. Gail's telling you. I was going to tell you, you can put together a set of crystals that are easy to find and inexpensive. For your root, you would use red jasper. For your sacral, you could use an agate or sunstone. For your solar plexus, you have a citrine. For your heart, you have the one Dr. Gail just showed you. For the throat, you have, if you want an inexpensive one, you can usually find some really small blue agates, blue lace agates. They're really good. And you can find them in small stones. Third eye, you can find in small stones. And those are all the ites: the iolite, the sodalite, the azurite, the labradorite, and the fluorite. And any one of those would work to help open up your third eye. And your crown is amethyst and obsidian. Amethyst is prettier. Obsidian is a big chunk of black glass. But all those would be beneficial because you'd be appealing to each one of your chakras to try and pull the energy in. And then you have to look at that. And this is something, Karen, you can look up yourself on Google. Just look up ones for chakras. You may have stones at home that'll work for the chakras. That's what I've told people to do in the past. But I think if you got a set of chakras and put them in a little circle and wound the energy up, that would be very helpful for you. So we're going to go on with that one. And Debbie Joyce.
Well, wait, hold on. I have more to say to her.
Yeah, she's back. We're back to Karen. Hold up.
Yeah, we're back to Karen. Well, the thing about the heart chakra is that she's had some kind of injury or something that has happened to her heart. Mm-hmm. She can get any kind of green stone and carry while it's healing. She has malachite.
Right.
The darker greens would help her more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm feeling, and that something has happened. And I feel like it's a relationship related type thing that she's having issues with, and I'm not sure what that is, but she's had an injury, and so sometimes people who have heart chakra issues have weight problems. So I don't know if you're having issues with that, Karen, but you need to do some kind of healing. You need to do some. Well, I'm going to actually do the healing for her, but you need to work on this. What I'm seeing is that you're ignoring your own needs and taking care of somebody else. Mm-hmm. Bring it in and start taking care of yourself. And let me see if this is, I get affirmation on this. Yes, I'm getting affirmation on this, that you're ignoring yourself by taking care of others. So you've got to start putting yourself first. And we're going to go over there and heal this heart chakra, but they're wanting you to carry a dark green stone for a while. So malachite's pretty easy and accessible. So go ahead and get that if you can, or if you already have it, start carrying it around. And they're telling me for 3 weeks, carry it around for 3 weeks. And so let me go over there and put some light on that. Okay. All right. So Karen, you're good to go now, but start taking care of yourself and think of yourself first.
And I'll tell you, Karen, if it is that you carry extra weight because of this, before any of you saw me, I had lost over 100 pounds dieting, and I had tried to lose weight over the years. I weighed over 300 pounds. I tried to lose weight over the years, and it wasn't until I started a regimen of meditating, and I didn't know where I was going with it. And what I all of a sudden understood was my heart was blocked, so the energy wouldn't flow through my whole body. And by blocking the energy, I built I called it my fort fat. I built my fort fat around me. So if you really wanted to get close to me, you had to work at it. And when I was out, it's one of the reasons I almost didn't do my knees was because I weighed so much. Anyway, I got back down to, when I first started this channel, I was at 199. I've gained 20 pounds since then. That's because of all of you lovely people. It's because I use that as a reason to not pay that much attention. And that's really my own lack of attention because I know what it costs. That will work, Karen, what she's telling you. Okay.
And also, Karen says she has the stones. And does that resonate with you, Karen? Or are you not taking care of yourself and just taking care of others? Anyway, your heart has been healed. So I'm hoping this will turn you around to start thinking of yourself first. Mm-hmm. But just let me know, Karen, if that's resonating with you. Or, just let us know. So we'll go on to the next.
Okay, Debbie Joyce. What crystals are best for my daughter-in-law? So this one, Dr. Gail probably is going to stay out of because it's your daughter-in-law. Right. But I looked it up for you. One is having a baby. And for that one, I would pull in a lot of pink quartz to allow her body to feel and heal things and not feel cut off from people. Pink quartz is going to bring people in towards you. And also, she wants to be really tied into her root chakra because, the root and the sacrals where all this stuff's happening. So, and carnelian is a lovely stone. It's an orange red stone, And I have a friend who has a palm-sized carnelian. And when you hold it, you can feel it purr. It's the weirdest stone you've ever met in your life. And so that could be something that would be very good for the one who's trying to have the baby. Now, the one who's developed diabetes in her third trimester, that's from an outside source disrupting her energy fields. And she's another one that would do to have the combination of different stones, root, sacral, balance it all up. I don't think she needs to worry about her third eye or her crown chakra, because when you're pregnant, it's all that energy's up there buzzing around what's coming in. But the thing is, she needs to do what her doctors tell her to do. And I know the hardest one is to not worry, because I was bedded down for more than I was not quite through half my pregnancies when they slammed me into bed and said, you're not moving until you have the baby. And they were worried about me getting gestational diabetes, which is what she's got. And it ends up, I didn't get it. And since I lost all the weight, I'm not even pre-diabetic at all. But she just needs to watch it, listen to what her doctors say, and calm down. So she could probably use a lovely chunk of rose quartz too, just to calm her down.
Well, are you saying all the chakras need to be calmed down? I mean, could she benefit from like one of these multi ones?
Yeah, she could use, if you can find her one of those, the multi stones. Yeah, and those are available online as well as in crystal stores, if you don't have a lot of good crystal stores near where you are. So now we're going to go to we got a lot of folks in the chat.
Thanks, Karen. Let's see. I used to have malachite. I'm a cancer survivor, and I had to take care of family members. Mom and dad have passed. I've been looking for a place to put my brother. I realized that I need self-care. Yes, Karen. Yes.
You see, you had the answer. You just need to hear it from us too. Hi, Susie. Okay, I'm gonna highlight this one for you, Dr. Gail.
Hey, Amanda Carroll, I would very much enjoy a healing today. I've had kind of headache for 24. Oh, a headache for 24 hours. Oh, let me see if they're just opening up your third eye, because that's a very common thing when they're opening up your third eye. Let me see if they're opening up your third eye. And yes, Amanda. So I'm going to send you some healing or soothing. I'm not going to hint healing. It's just they're wanting me to do soothing. And they're wanting me to use blue for soothing. So let me see. They're wanting me to pick out here. I think here it is. It's this blue angelite that they're wanting me to send you. And they are opening up your third eye is what's going on, Amanda. And that's why you're having the headache. And they're getting a big yes on that's what's going on. So I've just sent you some, and they said they might take it back a little bit since it's been going on for 24 hours. But anyway, that's what's going on, Amanda. At least you know what's happening. And when you do get over this, it's more things going to be coming in. And they're saying in your dreams at first. Looks like, I don't know if you have vivid dreams already, Amanda, but it looks like you're getting ready to have them if you're not already having them. So, Amanda, are you having vivid dreams now? I'm seeing that they're just going to get really, really vivid. So make sure you keep a notepad or your phone where you can write down the notes of what's happening. But that's what's going on. So you have an angelite. Oh, good. They're not telling me that you need it all the time. They're just saying that's what I use to help soothe that third eye. But it's almost like you should be happy you have this headache. And I hate to say that, because headache's going to be aggravating, but it is for your own benefit. And you have many dreams where they're going to get even more vivid. And they're saying it is time for you to be sure to start writing them down, because there's a lot of significance in your dreams, So it looks like to me your dreams are reflecting a parallel life. So be sure to start documenting all that, Amanda.
Okay. And the other one you can use, Amanda, I know this helps my daughter a lot. I made her a crystal grid, and I made the outer ring of the Amazonite, because it's a real strong protector stone, and it stops negativity from getting in the first place. So
I just feel everything's positive about what's going on with her.
Yeah, I know, but if that's another stone you can use when you have those sorts of situations. Why do I have so much static electricities? Watches won't work on me. Metal shocks me, and I'm the only I'm the only one. I can shock people out of my way. Well, why do you want to stop this? Debbie, I can't wear a mechanical watch. Like the watches you wind up, I can wear ones that run on batteries. But I bought a beautiful one. I was in Switzerland. I brought a beautiful watch, and you could change the bands and make it all different colors. And I had to give it to my mother because every time I wore it, it just stopped. And I actually had a lady doing Reiki on me, and I broke her watch. So
there's a lot of people who have that issue, and it's so many of them are in the metaphysical world. So there's a big connection to that. And I don't know if you're ready for this, Debbie, but I'm getting that's a big sign for a hybrid, that you have some ETDNA that causes this. And so it's something that probably will never go away. You're always going to have this issue. So just be aware of it. Let me see what they're saying that can. Well, I'm hearing Moldavite. I'm not sure why they were saying Moldavite.
Moldavite neutralizes the energy from outer space. And for a lot of people who are pure earthbound, Moldavite actually makes them sick because it's so powerful. So
anyway, Debbie Joyce, I'm hearing Moldavite, and I guess that makes sense now that they're saying to start. They're showing me where it is in a necklace, where it is in a necklace, and that probably will help. And I've never heard of that before, but that's what they're telling me. So that's interesting. I'm going to write Moldavite down, and it helps. What did you say, Nancy Jean?
Well, Moldavite is created by that meteorite that hit on the Czechoslovakian border, and it's a green, olivine, or it's a khaki green kind of stone. It's not a looker for as stones go, but it has a lot of rough edges because it came from outer space. But what it brought in with it, whatever that meteorite was, it brought in an enormous amount of energy. And Cash Peters was given a Moldavite necklace, and he can't wear it. It's got too much.
They're showing me it should be a tiny piece in your necklace.
Yeah, I'll show you the piece that I own. And my friend who designed this necklace for me did it this way on purpose.
My Moldavite almost looks black. It's so dark. You can only see the green when you're. And I don't wear it, or I don't have it around me because it is so strong. But this is my Moldavite, and well, this looked kind of green on camera, but when you're sitting here looking at it, it looks almost black. But they're showing me a little piece of it. In fact, what they're showing me is like a little sliver of it.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure just not to get a big piece and start wearing that around. And I'll say it will take some time to get used to it, is what they're saying.
This has a geode on it.
Well, that's kind of what I'm seeing.
Yeah, this piece is Moldavite, and a friend of mine designed this. It's got watermelon, tourmaline, amethyst, and some quartz on it. But and it's so balanced. But this Moldavite is as much Moldavite as I want to wear.
Yeah. Well, as I said, my Moldavite sits over there way in the corner because that's what mine looks like, Nancy Jean. As I said, it looks.
Oh, well, you got a big piece. Yeah.
Yeah. It sits over there in the corner away from me.
Does it snarl at you? Does it snarl at you or sound like it's whizzing in from outer space?
No, it doesn't. In fact, it likes me. I'm just not really wanting that kind of strength around me.
It's a lot of energy.
Right. And probably I would do well with something small like that too. That piece, but I'm putting it right back away from me.
Hi, Angela. I hope you got my note today. In Finland, a couple of years ago, they tried a whole new way of dealing with suicides and homelessness.
Really?
And they've cut their suicide rate by more than half.
Well, how are they dealing with it?
The article didn't say that. That's why I sent it to Angela. Can you help me with this? And the homelessness, I don't know what they did, but they've really almost solved that problem. I would not want to be homeless in Finland. I mean, I can imagine a lot of places I want to be homeless in. I'm not that it's not a beautiful country, but whoa.
Well, I wouldn't want to be homeless here in Northern California, but I tell you, there's a lot of homeless here, and I'm going, why don't you move to warmer weather?
Because everybody already lives there.
Yeah.
Okay, and I got this from Amanda. She has Angelite. She told you that, so we're gonna hide that. And we're gonna look for some more. Okay. Susie wrote me something. I have no idea. That must be some code between you.
She's helping in the chat.
Okay.
I see that she's answered a question for
Okay.
Vivienne. There's going to be a healing show in March. I'm not sure exactly when in March it is. Right.
It'll be 2 weeks from today.
No, for my show. I think.
Oh, your show. Okay.
No, and the 2 weeks from today, we're going to have to talk about that because on Thursdays I have another commitment every 3 weeks.
Okay.
So it's going to kind of.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll let you know. This is why you need to subscribe so that you can get all the latest update when we figure out where we are.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to live in Oklahoma City. What will happen next month? Thanks, lady. If you can answer I want to live. Will that happen next month? Okay.
Oh, okay. You want to live there. Okay.
I'm going to leave that.
Oh, is it for a man? Kiva, are you going there for a man?
I don't know.
I'm just asking her if she's in the chat. She can answer there. I mean, that's all of a sudden, that's what I got, that she's moving there for a man, but I'm getting a big yes.
Okay. I'm going to pull an Angels and Auras card for you on about moving to Oklahoma City. You got to have confidence. Isn't it pretty?
It's very
heart in the middle. And it says, strength, balance, be prepared, and remain tranquil. Because if you don't, you'll be wrecked with doubt, scattered, passive, intense. So you got it right side up. So have confidence in this decision. And that will help you get through with it. And it's like you said, I want to live in Oklahoma City. Not will I? Like you have to ask our permission. You want to do it for yourself. So that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her name too, Kiva.
Hide. Oh, yeah, I'm watching some other things. If you have a question, you need to put it in capitals so I can see it. I've been to Oklahoma City, and it is kind of a smallish town. I dated a guy who lived up there for a while.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He was in the theater there. That's where I met Leonard Nimoy. He was doing dinner theater there at this guy's place.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like this comment, Stella. Hi, Nancy. Love your show. I had a fallout with my son. I
got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that was the next question.
Yeah, that's going to be our next question.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to see what you need to surrender for this relationship, because this is a wonderful deck. I really like it. It's the power of surrender cards, and it gives you an insight into what part of yourself, usually when things are a little out of line around it, it's because we're pushing too hard on something we really ought to have the good sense to let go of. And right now, with the last full moon that we just went through, that is a full moon for letting go of stuff and clearing the decks, because when we have that lovely solar eclipse that I'm going to be able to watch from my front porch for everybody else. I did order a t-shirt today that says something about I survived the dark of the moon. Okay. So you need to get out and quit worrying about this. You need to surrender to the beauty of the natural world. And it says, take a relaxing break, spend time with nature, replenish yourself, and see what ecstasy you can draw in. So I think you may be so focused on what's going on with your son that you don't think about what you can do for yourself. And that might be the best way to help pull him back in. Okay. Okay.
I just heard, and this is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore him. I think, I don't know about that.
I don't know how he's behaving, but if he's like some grown children I know, I wouldn't happen to be related to any of them. They act like 3-year-olds. I treat them like a 3-year-old. I put them in the other room and I walk away. Okay. Why would I not be ready to connect with my Arcturian guide? That's a Dr. Gail question. And
Let me push that question away.
I have enough trouble with things that are going on the earth. I don't do the other stuff.
Okay. Well, why would I not be ready to connect with my Arcturian guide? I'm getting that you are ready to connect with your Arcturian guide. I'm getting a yes on that. You are ready, and you've got one sitting right there, right beside you.
Mm-hmm.
Give me more on that, Spirit Detective. Did somebody tell you? I hope it wasn't me. Or maybe you weren't ready when I said it, but you are ready now, and they're sitting right beside it, and they're sitting there with their arms crossed like this, waiting on her, just waiting on her.
Yeah.
And,
whether it's an Arcturian guide or any other kind of guide.
Well, this is a blue guide. This is a blue
You have to invite them in. They just don't show. I mean, they're not rude. They're not like us. They don't come bang on your door and say, "I'm here."
Right, and especially Arcturians, they tend to sit back and are quiet. So you do have to engage with them, and you do have to ask them questions, because they're just going to sit back and watch, because they really do tend to be, in general, quiet. So he's ready, and he says, he's telling me he's already been helping you. It's just that you just haven't acknowledged him, basically. So so there you go, Spirit Detective. He's telling me his first name is Roy, R-O-Y, Roy. And but anyway, he's there. He's sitting right next to you. He's waiting for you. He has his legs crossed and his arms crossed, saying he's been waiting. That's what my Native American guy does whenever something big's getting ready to happen. I'll see him standing over there with his arms crossed, and I'm going, okay, what's getting ready to happen? I haven't called on for you for a while. What am I doing wrong here? But anyway, he's there. He's ready. So go ahead and connect with them.
Okay. Spirit. I don't know why I think Spirit Detective is a she.
It is a she.
It's okay. It's a she. She said she's tried in it. They just don't seem to connect. So.
Okay. Well, let me see what you're needing to do to connect.
Sorry.
The crown. He's pointing to the head. Crown.
Crown is amethyst, charlite, selenite, which is a lovely, that's salt when it gets really hard. A lepidolite, which is a really pretty stone. You can find lepidolite in 2 ways. You can find it as a tumbled stone. Sometimes it gets that hard. Some lepidolite is just layers, and they're beautiful purpley layers, but they're layers of stone. And then obsidian.
It's also showing me you're not relaxing. You're not relaxing until you're like pushing. I'm not sure why you.
Are you feeling it's the crown chakra? Because
I feel like it's the crown chakra, and I feel like what he's showing me is she needs to lay down and relax and let it happen. So, but I'm seeing if there's something with that crown chakra that is blocked. I don't think he's not showing me that it's blocked. It's just showing me that she's just not letting it happen. She's not relaxing into it. She needs to lay down. And he's showing me her laying on her back, and then the information coming in through her. That's what he's showing me. And it might be that you need some assistance on this, some one-on-one assistance on this.
Because both the crown chakra and the third eye, a big part to know that it's out of balance is that you feel lots of confusion. Nothing seems to come in clearly. It's like a TV that can't.
Because she's just saying, I am a little high strung. So I'm going to suggest you work with a shaman. I don't know if I have recommended that with you that can sort of help you connect with that. If you want to email me at drgailstarseed@gmail.com, I can give you the name of 2 that can probably help you. So I'm thinking that you might need to have some guided meditations to help you connect and to get you started on the right foot. So, but I love that I'm a little high strung. I guess that's what he's showing me. You need to lay it on your back, lay still, and just let it come in. So I hope, go ahead and contact me and I'll give you a name because I'm thinking that you just might need to have some guidance on connection.
Okay. All right. That was with that one. Susie wanted to know a good set of crystals. And I would, Rossi wants to know about how to remember her dreams.
Oh, to remember your dream. Okay, well, the big thing about it is and I'm guilty of this, very guilty, because I have vivid dreams, is when you have it, you might wake up and go, gosh, that was a good dream, or that was a wild dream. I need to remember. I'll never forget that when I wake up in the morning. I'll never forget it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you wake up in the morning, you go, all you remember is that you had a wild or a great dream or whatever, and you don't remember the details. So be sure to have your phone next to you or something to write on. And when you go to bed, put your intentions out there that you do want to remember, because sometimes they're protecting you for you're not ready to remember or wanting to remember. So put your intentions when you go to bed. Please let me remember my dreams tonight. Mm-hmm. And be sure to have something. And don't think when you wake up after one that you're going to remember it in the morning. So, and I'm very guilty of that. I'm going, I'll never forget that dream. And sure enough, I'll forget it. So,
well, I can give you some stones for focus and productivity that you can put near your bed or under your pillow. And these are little pyrites. They look like little silver cubes. That's actually how they come out of the mines. They are one of the minerals that really forms into a very set kind of crystal. And you can see how tiny they are. You could put those in a small bag under your pillow. Agates, citrines, desert rose. I don't know. You have to be the world's smallest desert rose. I would strongly suggest that one goes beside your bed. If you've ever seen a desert rose, it looks almost like sandstone, and the way the wind blows it, it creates it into a rose form. Lots of these come out of Oklahoma. They can be quite small, but it would be quite a lump under your head.
You know what I do? I have a wood box under my bed.
Under your whole bed, yeah.
My whole bed that I put stones in that I want in, and so they don't go rolling around everywhere, and I can go ahead and change them out, whatever I'm wanting in that wood box. But I have that under my bed, and that'll
work.
Yeah,
that'll work. And then also you can have they also have selenite and rainbow fluorite, and I love fluorites. I think you can use fluorites for anything.
Yeah,
I mean they really do. And you might want to hold back on the rose quartz if you're going to do that, because it'll make you sleep soundly, and you want to sleep and remember. So,
well, she needs to sleep soundly. She just needs to be able to ask her and to wake up when she has a dream so she can write it down.
Yeah. Okay. Please tell me about the galactic beings near me during my meditation last night. Well, this is another Dr. Gail question.
You're not going to do this? Get away from me. Get away from me.
I'm not that bad about them. I just.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Yeah, what was the galactic beings? Gosh, I just see those lions around you. Lions. Yeah, and I think she was in the chat yesterday when we were doing the cat show, and I saw her sitting on a throne with 2 white lions beside her. And so it's the Lyrans that you're so connected to. And I can get a humongous yes on that. So it's the Lyrans. And I don't even know, because they're so around you, that I'm not sure there's any room for anybody else but the Lyrans. Because those white lions that sit beside you, nothing's going to get by them. Nothing. So I just think it's the Lyrans. And it's the white lion race of the Lyrans, and it looks like to me you're like the queen bee of them. So there's something really important for you about that.
Vivian. I don't. I have another Vivian who has a pack of Lyran that follow her, and when she on her regular day, she just has the one that she can actually feel the energy beside her. It's the size of a regular lion. And the first time she saw it, the first night she saw it out by her front porch, and she ran in and locked all the doors and was shivering in her bedroom going, why is there a lion outside my house? And even though all the doors were locked, all of a sudden this big paw pushed her bedroom door open, which was locked. And it just said, you can't run away from us anymore. And she said, fortunately, it was only the one lion the first time, because she has 7.
Wow.
Follow her when she really gets in the right space. So have a lot of fun, get a lot of cat litter.
Yeah, I would like to be sitting on that throne with those 2 white lions beside me.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Stella. Good old Sharon, make them join the channels, then they won't ever miss anything.
Oh, she has 4 cats at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If their cats are big enough, they can almost make one small lion.
I don't think so. These lions are huge.
Okay, this is an interesting comment from Celtic Seer. Thank you, ladies. We're coming off the Sun, Moon, Mercury conjunction in Pisces, which is water, which is where everything swirls around. And grounding is most important at this time. It really is. And for the grounding, I told Dr. Gail, she had a Native American who came and grabbed her root chakra and hooked it back in and tied her back to the earth. I need this lady. But
they put it back. Apparently they had pulled it down and tied it to Mount Shasta, but she came and put it back up in place.
So you can move around.
I can move around now. Yeah.
Well, root chakra is the foundation of physical energy and spiritual energy. When its spiritual energies are out of balance, you feel flighty, disconnected from reality, and distant. When it's physical, you feel out of balance. And for a lot of people who are going through the ascension, those are the days you stand up and you feel like you're going to fall down. And the symptoms will manifest themselves in lethargy, low energy activity, low enthusiasm, and the need for constant stimulation. So, yeah, those would be the symptoms that Celtic Seer, I don't think has it, but those would be the symptoms that people would be feeling now after going through some of the strange changes. And this is the other part. It is the 29th of February. We got that bonus day. So
happy leap year, everybody.
Yeah, I thank God I had my youngest not on a leap year, because her birthday was yesterday. 33. Okay, this one, another Dr. Gail question. I had a dream I saw a spaceship and I could hear my name being called. It's probably why you're feeling things.
Yeah, the Lyrans. You're the one that's not going to be able to run away. They're just knocking on your door, and so it looks like to me, you probably were up there with them. It's not, so yeah, you were flying around in a spaceship, and they were calling your name. So I'm just going to verify that dream was true.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to think you're going to see more because you're accepting it now. You're knowing you're part of the Lyrans and how connected you are with these lions and things that, and it is the white lions, whatever they might be called as Lyrans. Those are the ones that you're really connected to.
Mm-hmm. My friend that has the lions that really follow around with her, she's a Lyran, was a Lyran, and she met another reader who does a lot of work with intergalactic species. And this particular woman happens to live in Puerto Rico, the one that has the lions. And the woman was, when you meet someone on Zoom, you start talking to them and you say, hi, how are you? And da, 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 da. And all of a sudden the reader looked up and she goes, oh my God, I've never met someone from where you are before. And someone said, you've never met someone from Puerto Rico? How weird. And she saw the Lyrans around her and she was trying to be talk to the Lyrans.
That actually happened to me when I was, we were off camera when I was talking to Terry in your space. And I looked up at her and I went, I knew exactly what she was. I'm not going to say, but she has to tell all that. But and I did exactly that. I looked at her and I knew exactly what she was.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. This is a Nancy question, I think. I'm seeing things from the side of my left eye. What is it? A dragon, fairies, or ETs? I think it's an elemental. Do you feel an elemental?
I'm feeling elemental. I'm not feeling fairy. I'm feeling gnome.
I'm feeling it's not as big as a dragon, but some dragons can be actually quite small.
Right.
But it's a transformative one, and it changes colors.
You're getting a dragon because I'm getting a gnome.
I'm getting whatever it is, whatever color they're perceiving. Whether dragons can change colors, gnomes can too. And when they're changing colors, they're telling you which of your chakras they're connecting through.
Yeah, they're showing me red and green.
Right. Heart
and root.
Mm-hmm. And that's helpful to you because sometimes elementals don't mean to do it, but they can overload us. They don't come in to do that, but trust me, they can do it. Okay, let's see. If people having a conversation, I feel stuck. Okay. I feel stuck meditating. Never did before. But I can easily make chai balls. What's chai balls?
I'm not exactly sure, but I think there's a technique she probably can do it. I don't know.
Where you make the energy ball? Okay, I never heard it called that. Chi.
I'm just assuming. Yeah.
Oh, she has a 29th baby. Your kid will never look their age.
Well, we all go through this, I think. Where sometimes you're not more connected and you got that monkey brain going on. Whenever that's happening to me, I have to go in through breathing techniques. What do you do, Nancy?
I go through a chakra check where I start in one and then I go to the next. And I use guided meditations, and I'm cheap. I don't pay for them. I look for them, and I also have to listen to the first 5 minutes of any meditation because I was potty trained by a mother who thought running water was a great way to do that. So I can't have a meditation that has water in it at all, or I'm going to be up in 5 minutes. But I go through and I listen to them, and I can feel it when I get and on the days when it doesn't work, I just lay there to the end of the meditations. Usually those kind of meditations are less than 30 minutes. But if you've got a baby, I don't know where you find the 30 minutes to meditate. So do the best you can.
Also, well, happy birthday, dear baby. First off, for me, whenever I'm having a lot of trouble, I'll go to a structured journey, a shamanic journey where you put out your intentions, and I'll go meet I have a lion, a crow, and a white rabbit that join me on my journey. So that's what I do. If I can't concentrate and the breathing's not working, then I'll go through actual structured journey, and that helps me stay focused because we're going through all sorts of things, and some of it's scary and some of it's good, and so that
well, I think a lot of us have slowed down. I know I hit a wall in December, and then I fell down and I hit the floor, which made the first part even worse. And I just really had to kind of pull and not do much of anything because it just took me a while to get all my little rattled pieces back together.
I'm laughing because she says, no, my baby is 36.
Oh, your baby's older than my baby. Okay, I'm looking. Hi, Gino. Gino's here. Okay, Gino wants to know which galactic family she connects to.
Let's see. I'm not getting a specific one right now, but I'm seeing 3 standing beside you, but they're all different species. And one of them looks like a Palladian. One looks like a gray, maybe even a gray hybrid. What's that third one? third one is not stepping forward for me to see them. But there's 3 of them that are with you. And let's see who you're actually connected to, if they'll let me know who you're connected to. Because it looks like to me you have had many lifetimes on different planets. And that you, let's see what you identify the most with.
Which one of the planets has the most, is you would most relate to dancing?
To dancing? Oh, that would be the gray hybrids, because they are the dancers. But I'm seeing her with the Palladians more. I'm seeing that might be what she identifies. I don't think that's where she's from. I just think that's who she identifies with, that she has spent time with the most time. So there's a lot of times when we go from planet to planet, or star system from star system, and we pick up these little traits from all different places. And I'm not getting where hers. Oh, my computer's wanting to update. Hold on.
Oh,
I don't
update, Dr. Gail.
They're not telling me anything specific. It's like you got a combination of a lot of them, but it looks like you're identifying with the Palladians, but the gray hybrids are the dancers, and she has a gray hybrid standing there right beside her. There's 2 of them that come forward, and there's a third one that hasn't. That one's just still standing back there and hasn't come forward yet.
Okay. And we're kind of, she says she had a Draco and a gray life.
Oh, you had a Draco and a gray life. Okay. So that would be the dancing that you probably see is the gray. So I don't know that I've seen the Dracos dance, but they could. But anyway, you've had many lives.
We're kind of running out of questions, guys, and we didn't come in with a fistful.
Well, that's unusual. I can't believe they're all the questions.
Well, it helps when I post it early enough for them to get into it. So let's see. Let me give it one more look and see if anybody posted late that's going to try to listen after lunch. Nope. So, except to tell you that there's a lot of different sources. A source I find, if you don't want to get into lots of really esoteric crystals, I like this particular book. It's called Crystals for Healing, and it's by Yulia, and she spells her name like Navalny's wife, Yulia, and Van Doren, and she runs a store, and I think she's from England because of how she spells words, but she has not just really intensely good illustrations of the stones and really good explanations. And she does color the chakra that it's tied to, how to clean it. And that's what I use this book for a lot when I first got it, because I ruined a selenite wand by putting it in water. I will warn you, figure out how to clean your stones before you do it. And the last thing you put them in is water. And then she does everyday magic, how to deal with different elements, how to cleanse the stones, care and feeding, and programming. A lot of people get confused about programming their crystals and how to do maintenance on them. They need maintenance. And she talks about, how to, there's a couple ways you can do by the vibration, by the color, or wear it as a talisman. And she talks about different shapes of talisman. She also talks about getting crystals carved in shapes like little angels, or for the lady who likes cats, they carve a lot of crystal cats. When you do that, you combine the energy of that crystal and that critter. So
well, Susie had a question in there. So
okay.
let's make a look at the question. Yeah, she said she had a question in there. And this will be probably our last question. I have to be somewhere really soon, so I'll be like running out of here as soon as we finish the show. I have to go pick up a friend of mine that's having a procedure done.
Dr. Gail's being a good friend.
Well, she's been a good friend to me.
Okay. We did end up getting a couple more questions, Dr. Gail.
What stones are good for me for healing?
Okay. What are you healing? I mean, overall, any stone that makes you feel balanced will heal you.
Look at her heart.
Then I'd say rose quartz. Malachite, rose quartz, unakite. Unakite's an interesting stone. It's a mix of marble. It's got red, pink, gray, and black, and it's a really powerful stone. It comes out of the upper Midwest, mining up there. Jade and green aventurine, but actually any stone that's green will relate to the heart.
I'm getting green aventurine. It's going to be good for her right now.
Mm-hmm. And it'll not only heal your heart, it'll give you more of a sense of adventure to go do things.
Yeah.
Try your luck.
Okay.
And I've got one real quick one, Dr. Gail. I think it's quick. Any spirits with me, I feel dense most of the time and can't sense much. They're there. Remember, you have to give them permission to come in.
Yeah, okay. I get that they're there.
Mm-hmm. I have, and I don't see them often. What's the alien that has really big eyes and they're almost like
Grace.
Okay.
The Grace. Anyone, there's a lot of them that have big eyes, and it's usually ones that come from dark areas like dark planets, dark star systems,
Mm-hmm.
more light. But it looks like to me that they are there. But I think everybody's expecting to see them like in a form.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes it'll be colors that you see. Sometimes it's just a feeling. Sometimes you'll hear them. It's depending on what your senses are. But they don't always, they didn't show for me. Just all of a sudden they appeared to see. I developed that later. My sense was smell.
Mm-hmm.
I knew they were around. And that's probably my very first clue, especially if somebody has passed.
Mm-hmm.
When I smell something different, I know there's something coming in. I pay attention. Do I need to listen to this, or is this somebody just passing through? So look at your other senses, not just the visual sense. Look at all the other ways that they might be contacting you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dr. Gail, you need to go.
Yes.
I'll let you go. There's a couple more people who have questions in here. Like, is everyone on the earth a starseed?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see y'all later. We'll see
Bye.
you in 2 weeks. And we'll see you next week on my channel. Oh, no, Saturday on my channel.
Yeah, Saturday on your channel.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you later. All right.
Bye-bye. And I'm sorry to the people who, okay, we answered this question. I don't think everybody has to be a starseed. I think some people have been on the earth. When they do my Akashic records, I go back to the Lemurians and Atlantis, and I don't know when I have time to go to other places. So this Dr. Gail and why I don't fly around spaceships. And this one, Kathy H., Dr. Gail will have her show up. Get on her list. You can ask her. I can't help you with that. Like I said, I don't do that. And for Melissa V., I'm going to pull an Angels and Auras card for you and see if we can figure out what might be the best stone to go along with your reading. Actually, any stone can work with anything if you bring it in with the intention of doing it. I will tell you one of the things is if you're going to put stones near your beds at night, don't pick stones that have really good points on them, natural points or even made by man points, because the point is where the energy flows out and okay. You need to be working with some green. You got Raphael and the angel Raphael, and it's love, travel, humor, and vitality are what's coming towards you. And I'll read you his whole description, but I would say any lovely green stone you can find would work well. Raphael's a great archangel to have on your side. Archangel Raphael means God heals. And indeed, the primary reason people ask for help is related to wanting to feel more whole and understanding that they need to be more whole. However, there's more that Raphael can do than just that. He's known as the Archangel of Travel. So if you want to travel, he's telling you to get yourself together. You may be doing some of that. We also ask for blessings when we fly to other locations. Raphael is also known to be a hit as with the matchmakers, and his color is the same color as the heart chakra, the colors that surround him here. And however, I personally think all the archangels are super friendly, super fun, and have a great sense of humor. Brilliant green is the color of communication, creativity. When green is present in the aura, this person is a master of communication. They express themselves with their core and light it up in love. Green is motivated color. Green is in robust for full life. It can inspire us to new experiences like travel, arts, and culture. So I'd say it's not too subtle, Melissa. You should be working with green crystals, which are usually crystals that work with the heart. And you think, but the heart should be pink or red. Well, watermelon tourmaline is wonderful because it's green on the outside and pink on the inside. So it's a beautiful stone. The only watermelon tourmaline I have is all pink. But, okay. And oh, I'm glad you found your angel light and that's helping your headache. And let's see, I'm going to just make sure. Jean, if I were you, I'd go get one of my tarot decks and I'd pull out a couple cards. I'd look for the dominant color. You can tell yourself what color you need. Malachite's in my pocket. Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. And I hope that this was fun. I enjoyed working on it with Dr. Gail. We had to get out all my crystal books so I could get her up on hers. And she could get me up on what she likes to work with most of all. I will tell you one crystal I can tell you about before we go. It was interesting. It's called Epidote. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. It's kind of a gray looking stone. It's from Gemini, but that one stone will cover all your chakras. If you want to carry one, if you don't want to carry a ton of rocks around with you, you pick one epidote, a small one, tumbled or rough, carry it around with you, and it will help keep your chakras balanced. And with that, I am going to say goodbye. You have a lovely day. Oh, Sunday, I will be on the normal time at 10 in the morning. It'll be all through my channel. Scott did get better, and so he and his wife ended up going to Jamaica. Aw, poor pity for them. But this Sunday, and especially it's important after the news we got yesterday about the Supreme Court dragging their feet, I'm going to do the whole show. It's going to be with me, a political consultant, and I think one other reader. She's still working out some stuff on her end. But we're going to be talking about how, not with the woo-woo cards or anything else, but what you can do to become engaged if you want to, how to make sure you can vote, how you can make sure who to vote for, where to get all that information, and then also the simple things each one of us can do to add our voice to help helping pull this country back towards sanity. So you can guess who I'm going to be there for. So and it's a way for each of us to find out how to work on that. I used to do that. I used to run political campaigns, and I know now what the different candidates need and how we can all help them. So with that, I'll see you at 10 o'clock Sunday morning. I'm going to send a notice out about it. And I look forward to seeing you there. If that's your thing, if it's not your thing, stay home, mellow out, but do go vote. Bye.